Talofa lava and welcome to Samoa. I am reporting from Lalumanu beach on the main island of Upolu. Today we will be learning about the Samoan history. Let's begin. The oldest evidence of human occupation in Samoa dates back to the year 1000 BC on the island of Upolu. Around AD 950, Tongan warriors came and occupied Savaii, the larger island of Samoa, and ruled and eventually went on to the island of Upolu. Eventually the Tongans left, scared off by a Samoan chief. Pirates, escaped convicts, and whalers are said to have introduced themselves to Samoa before the first official recorded arrival in the region by Dutchman Jacob Roggeveen, when he arrived in the year 1722. During the next century, more Europeans came. The city of Apia was established, and the Europeans put in some governing laws with the consent of some Upolu chiefs. Of course, as always, the Europeans brought technology which helped the Samoans, but also deadly diseases which killed many people. In August 1830, John Williams and Charles Barth, who were missionaries, arrived at Savaii, and then came the Methodists, Catholics, and in 1888, the Mormons. Some Samoans accepted Christianity first because it so closely related their own religions and belief. There were four paramount families in 1870, and civil disputes broke out between two families, which divided Samoa, and lots of land was sold to Europeans to acquire armaments. British, Americans, and Germans disputed over Samoan territory. The late 1880s, Apia Harbor was full of the naval equipment from all three countries, though most were sunk in the cyclones in 1889. The Tripartite Treaty was signed in 1889, giving the Germans power over Western Samoa and Eastern Samoa over to the Americans. In 1914, Britain persuaded New Zealand to take over German Samoa. In 1919, a deadly, yet totally preventable outbreak of the influenza virus was introduced by the New Zealanders and killed nearly 7,000 people, causing more anger towards the foreign rulers. In the late 1950s, Samoa's independence was decided to be inevitable and desirable, and the Prime Minister Siame Matafa was appointed in 1959. Independence was declared January 1st, 1962. Samoa celebrated 50 years of independence in 2012. Despite independence, Samoa heavily relies on foreign aid, especially from Australia and New Zealand. We were lucky enough to celebrate the 52nd Independence Day this year, and it was absolutely amazing watching their cultural shows. On a darker note, in recent Samoan history, there was a tsunami here at Lalumanu that killed 190 people and left many homeless. In fact, this very cliff behind me was people's escape route from the three deadly waves that reached over 10 meters. But while it may not always be rainbows and unicorns here in Samoa, you couldn't meet nicer people.